Hello, everybody. Hello, Zian. Hello, Susan. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Teddy, Sunny, Serene, Shaw, Sammy, Regina, May. Hello, everybody. We have so many friends joining us today. Welcome, Calvin. Welcome, Jose. Welcome, Jason. Welcome, Ivan, Isabella. Welcome, Eric. Welcome, Dr. Maria. Welcome, David. We have several David here. Welcome, Colinia. Welcome, Bridget. Welcome, everybody. Welcome again to the Bitcoin Bite. Okay, welcome, everybody. Now, today is midweek already, and time flies very soon. We'll be going to the end of the week. Now, today, many of you could have been doing something else, but you join us in this program here. So thank you so very much. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, over the last 24 hours, right, Bitcoin went from 50,000 and dipped to 48,000 right now as we are doing this program here. After every dip, there will be a temporary dip, and the Bitcoin will go higher. What's going to happen? Are we going to see a tremendous pump over the weekend going upward this time, and finally, Bitcoin will break 50,000 and stay above 50,000, or will Bitcoin fly to the moon? This is the discussion topic we are going to have today. My name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider. Every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this is going to stream live on Facebook and on YouTube. We will be making videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if this is a topic you like to learn more about, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Gently tap the thumbs up button because this is the algorithm for YouTube, and also forward to your friend so that your friend can also benefit from this program. Of course, click on the notification bell so that whenever we have this program, you are the first to know. Now, I'm very delighted to bring my friend, also my teacher, Dr. Clemen Chiang, to the program. He is an authority in financial investing, also a very well-known teacher and coach in the art of wealth creation. Now, Dr. Clemen has been a coach and teacher to many thousands of students around the world. So welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow. Thank you so much, Richard, for the warm welcome. And I can see the whole place is flooding with students. And welcome to all of you on board as well. And I hope today will be a very fruitful and profitable day for all of us.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, let's start off with recent news, right? News as early as just within the 24 hours. 24 hours ago, MicroStrategy, very great supporter of Bitcoin and among the first listed company to hold Bitcoin as part of their treasury. So today, MicroStrategy and also Michael Saylor decided to purchase some more Bitcoin. Yeah, he reviewed it today. He purchased using 177 million more this time around at the average price of $45,000 per coin. Now, question for you, Dr. Clemen, is this: MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor already own so many Bitcoin. Why is he still buying more? What do you make out of his action yesterday?
Wow, that's an awesome question, Richard. Why is MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor in particularly wants to load up more and more Bitcoin? Because there are three very important relationships that we need to study together. So first off, I'm going to dive straight into the charts and for us to grasp a very deeper understanding. The last time that we met, all of us together, we were trading at an all-time high of 50,500, and that was the time where Bitcoin broke above the 50,000 resistance point. And then since the last video, kind of moved down, and today we are floating around at a low of 47,600, and the current price at this moment is $48,405. And just as this price broke below 50,000, a big announcement came out by Michael Saylor himself. And this is the part that it becomes really, really interesting, of which I'm going to kind of dive deeper for all of our viewers to understand the history of Michael Saylor's purchases. This article or this tweet came out on 24th of August, exactly last night, all right? At around, I remember, about 10 p.m. Singapore time. Now, you can see that he has achieved a purchase at an average price of $45,294 to buy 3,907 Bitcoins, and that cost him about $177 million in cash, all right? Now, the number that we all ought to be chasing after is this number. His total average price, which is 26,769 per Bitcoin, of which he committed already 2.918 billion. This guy is touching 3 billion worth of Bitcoins in his holding. Now, we're going to kind of move down and see all his recent purchases. So this article, this tweet was 24th of August. And then we came down to 18th of May. 18th of May, he was buying average price of 43,000. All right. So I want you all to know each time he buy, what is the average price he's paying for. So step one, we got 45,000. Step two, we got 43,000. That was in May. And I kind of quickly scroll down right here. In April, he was buying at an average price of $59,000. And back then, he didn't cough out that much money, but $50 million cash. But for you guys, you begin to understand, for Michael Saylor, it doesn't matter what is the price. He will just go in and keep buying and buying and buying. So we're going to push on further. That was April. And I come down to the next one coming up right here. This is March. What was the price he was paying for at March? 12th of March, $24,000 per Bitcoin, right? So you can see this is going back through in time, March. And then we go to February. His average price, he bought at $52,000 per coin. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we are getting out here is you get it right now. You're going to buy somewhere in between whatever Michael Saylor is paying for the different tranches of Bitcoin he bought. So that was 24th February. And then 2nd February, he bought an average price of $33,000. So what I'm getting on to right now, this is really, really fun, because what we are really learning from MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor in particular is that, hey, there is never a real perfect price, but the real perfect strategy is whatever cash that you have, go and load up on Bitcoin, because he has a much bigger ambition for Bitcoin. And that's the reason why this headline article pop up right here. He holds 5.3 billion in Bitcoin after buying average additional 3,907 coins in the 3rd quarter. So Richard is really asking me, hey, Clemen, go and poke really deep into this game, because the real answer to Richard's question is Michael Saylor has another $1 billion cash on standby. And this $1 billion cash on standby, he has right now the ability to raise even more money. So I'm going to show you right now how he got his cash to buy so many Bitcoin. Ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go. This is the stock chart of his company called MicroStrategy, which is public listed, and it is listed on NASDAQ, all right? Now you can see since May, the price has shot up from $400 to right now $715. So as the stock price goes up, he can go out there to sell his stocks to raise more cash to buy even more Bitcoin. And each rise of the stock price that goes up, the share value goes up, and thereby he's right now in a very comfortable position, because don't forget, his all-time high of his stock price was actually $1,300. Today is only standing at $700. It's like half of it. So there's a lot more room for this stock price to go all the way back to the original high of 1,003. So you are looking right now at a machine. I call him a machine that buys non-stop. Back to you, Richard.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, in our last couple of videos, we mentioned that Michael Saylor, when he found out about Bitcoin and he began to understand Bitcoin, he actually went in to buy Bitcoin when Bitcoin was all-time high at 19,000. Yeah, at 19,000. So if his understanding of Bitcoin, due to its scarcity and the way it's store of value, and because of whatever situation that the global economy is about, and that Bitcoin price is going to go up, don't you agree, or what's your thought that it makes no difference whether you're buying, and if Bitcoin is going to be $1 million in a couple of years time, right? It makes no difference if you're buying at 40,000, 45, 50 or 60. It's just a big of difference between that few thousand versus the 1 million and the valuation of $100 trillion. What do you think, Dr. Clemen?
Yes, that's a great point that you have raised, Richard, because if we really trace back to the birth of Bitcoin, it was birthed in the year 2008 in the middle of the financial crisis. Back then, that was the biggest problem we ever faced on planet Earth, well, otherwise known as the mortgage crisis or the 2008 financial crisis. Bitcoin launched back then 0.08. And then if you look at Michael Saylor, his first entry into Bitcoin is less than 1 year. He only entered into Bitcoin last year in around the month of August. Right now, we're in the month of August. He's just officially 1 year into the game. His first tweet was in the month of September. So, what is the right price? He could have bought at 0.08. He could have bought at 2017, 18, 19. Back then, price was trading about $3,000, $4,000. But he came in last year when what Richard has raised, when the price of Bitcoin was at $19,000. He went in to buy. First trade in September. That was his first tweet. And that's the reason why he is out there leading this movement. And one of the most unique part about Michael Saylor is that he's the record holder right now on Wall Street. He has raised money in 4 different methods. Reverse Dutch auction, what we call a stock buyback. And then he issues debt equity at 0 interest. And people are just giving him money, piling him money, and he used 4 different ways, just raising money from Wall Street. Let me tell you, Richard, this is like no other public company. Mostly they are doing like stock buyback or stock split. But to deploy 4 ways of raising money from the capital market, this is the man. And that's the reason why we are really investing into understanding what did he see that perhaps we missed out. And I think, Richard, you highlighted the most important point. There is no perfect timing to buy Bitcoin. Right now, you already can buy below Michael Saylor as what I shared just now.
Wow. Well, I mean, following that trajectory, maybe someday Michael Saylor will be the richest man in the world, worth trillions of dollars.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, the US multinational investment bank, Citigroup, reported considering trading Bitcoin future. It says that many of their clients are very interested in Bitcoin. So institutions are going into Bitcoin, like banks, like Citibanks. Wall Street institutions are warming up to Bitcoin and gradually shifting away from their former attitude to cryptocurrency, the skeptical attitude to cryptocurrency. Now, banking giants such as JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs now, are supporting institutions to buy and sell Bitcoin. Now, question for you is that the name that I mentioned to you are all American banks. What do you see this banking giant influence on other banks in Asia?
Wow, that's a really floodgate question. We call it open the floodgates to Asia, because 3 important things that we're going to take away from this Citibank report, or otherwise known as Citigroup. So right here, Citi awaits regulatory approval. And in this regulatory approval, to do what? To start trading Bitcoin futures on Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Now, as we know, those of you who participated in the Launchpad course that Richard and myself taught during the weekend, we shared with you that Citibank top analysts put out a prediction of Bitcoin that will hit $318,000 per coin in the month of December 2021. So step 1, he already done already. That means to say internally, their research, their thesis, their thinking has already accepted that the price of Bitcoin will go up. Right now is at step 2. Since they know the price is going to go up, their job is to help their clients make money. So as a result, because of step 2, they should start trading Bitcoin futures. And this is at step 2, the hot topic of the day, because we also covered this, that the new Securities Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler, he doesn't want to look at Bitcoin ETF. Instead, he's telling everybody, hey, you're interested in the game, look at Bitcoin futures ETF. As a result, I believe that because of this announcement, Citigroup came into the picture and say, okay, we got to get into this pipeline, or else our clients will move their money away from our bank and park with those banks that are crypto friendly, because it's bottom up driven by the customers right now, thereby leading to step 3. You see, step 3, we're all talking about Wall Street and Bitcoin. And why is there such a big fever right now among Wall Street banks? Check this out over here. We have to go to the oldest bank, which is the Bank of New York Mellon, America's oldest bank, revealed that you offer crypto custody services later in 2021. So what we are really seeing is a confluence of JP Morgan, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs. All these players are just coming in, getting ready for the big move. And what is the big move? All of us talk about it openly. By November, December, exactly 1 month after our global Bitcoin festival, the price will start spiking to the moon. This is the major excitement in the market right now, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. That's the reason why I am very passionate about Bitcoin. There's a group of us, including yourself, very passionate about Bitcoin, and that's why we are organizing the Global Bitcoin Festival this October. Now, what is the value of this Global Bitcoin Festival? Just a day ago, a friend of mine who is now in Dubai says that because of Bitcoin, because of his investment in Bitcoin, he made a couple of $1 million, and now he doesn't have to worry about making money ever again because of his influence and involvement in Bitcoin. Now, so if Bitcoin can help this friend of mine make a couple of $1 million and give him freedom in his life so that he can do whatever he wants to do, but fortunately he's still a single. Now, what is the value of this Global Bitcoin Festival? Now, the value is not just because you join a community, right, that will encourage you, that will push you, that will inspire you and motivate you to get involved in this amazing financial instrument that can help you create wealth, right? Now, if this opportunity can help my this friend of mine make $1 million, this opportunity is worth $1 million. We are very passionate to promote this Global Bitcoin Festival that is worth $1 million to each one who attend the program. But we want to give it as a gift to encourage more people to come so that they can get influence and they can join this movement. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on the show right now and you feel that there is a value to get involved in this Global Bitcoin Festival, I would like to ask that you can invite your friends and announce it to your friend, publicize this event so that we not only have 10,000 people, but we have 100,000 people in the community. And this energy, this huge energy will propel, more and more people to come and benefit from this amazing opportunity. Not just for Goldman Sachs, not just for JP Morgan, not just for Citibank, not just for DBS, not just for these big guys. Every small guys can also benefit from it. So do support this program, right? Do support this program. Now, there's a link below that you can use this link to support this program and announce and publicize for more people to come to the Global Bitcoin Festival. And this is a gift. We charge nothing. Everything, myself and Success Resources, myself and Dr. Clemen is paying for everything, right? Because this is a worthwhile movement for us to serve the society. Now, Dr. Clemen, a recent report just yesterday says that 99% of crypto hedge fund predicted the Bitcoin price will trade above 50,000, not 10%, not 20%, not 30%, not 40%, but 99% of the hedge fund predict that Bitcoin will trade above 50,000 at the end of at the end of this year. And 65% predicted that it will trade between 50 to 100,000 at the end of 2021. Now, question to you, Dr. Clemen, is this report reliable and survey reliable? What are the basis of them making this kind of statement?
Wow, that is a really important report, Richard, and I'm so happy that you bring this up to our attention, because right over here, we're going to dive in to look at the numbers, all right? These numbers are really important because it's a really, really grassroots survey of the best money managers out there. You see, number one thing, what we need to understand about hedge fund is, like myself, I'm also a portfolio manager of a hedge fund. We are chasing our alpha, otherwise known as seeking alpha. How to make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. So if they are interviewing the grassroots portfolio managers who are incentivized to deliver great returns, then this table here would be so powerful. So what essentially it says over here is this. How many percent believe that the Bitcoin will be below 50,000? Only 1%. And that's the reason why, if you look at from this line onwards here, anything that's above 50,000 to 100,000, that's 65%. And then you go to 150,000, that's 65 plus 21, 76%, 86%. 86%, you plus another 9, that's 95%. And then plus another 4%, that's 99%. The numbers are huge because the big money will always move first. Just like, you know, I kind of curious, quite a number of you join us almost every week to watch this live video presentation by Richard and myself. But how many of you have taken action to actually buy the Bitcoin? And I can tell you, while you're still deciding on it, these guys, the professional hedge fund managers, are already pumping in the money because they must get in before the crowd comes in. So the professional players will get in first because they have, whether it's a legal insider information, they have connections, they already see other whales and other players taking the first move. They want to get in first before the ordinary massive crowd step into the picture. So this is where Richard and myself, we want to reverse the sequence. The reason why we are doing this together with a Global Bitcoin Festival is we say that, hey, for a first time in your life, perhaps it's time you get in before the professionals step in. Because if you get in right now and then the professionals get in later, their money will be easily like 100,000, perhaps a million times bigger than all of our money combined. That is the message we are sending out right here. And that's the reason why this chart here will kind of resonate, because you can see, holy moly, the crypto market cap prediction. We spoke about this during the Launchpad course, and we said that, okay, you know, if it's going to go and replace gold, then it must step into this bracket right here. That is between the 2 trillion to 10 trillion bracket. That is the first milestone we need to crack. And anything above 10 trillion, that is where everybody will have 100% adoption of digital coins. Now, is this possible? Of course. Remember back in the days of 2000 when the early pioneers of tech giants, they were preaching about online, having a domain name, having a website, and everybody say, hey, you are crazy. Why are you telling me a website? People walk into my retail shop. What's happening right now? Every retail shop I go out there, they close down because you don't need a retail presence anymore. They have been replaced by digital services. So 10 years from now, who will be replacing all other players? That's blockchain, and that is digital currency. And the mother of all is called Bitcoin. Back to you, Richard.
Okay, thank you. Now, we are organizing the Global Bitcoin Festival this this October. It's a gathering of industrial experts and passionate and enthusiastic Bitcoin holder to update and promote education and adoption of Bitcoin. So Dr. Clemen, can you just say a few words for those people who want to know a little bit more of Global Bitcoin Festival?
Oh yes, I want to share with you all there's some important announcements going out right here. 3 things that you want to remember is this. The very, very first most important good news is that, ladies and gentlemen, Success Resources have announced that, hey, this event will be 100% free. Oh, maybe you're excited right now. It's 100% free. And not only that, we don't want to make it just free for the sake of free. The reason why we make it free is so that you can mobilize your neighbors, your colleagues, your partners, your families, your relatives, everybody join in this movement so that you don't have to explain to them. We will do the explanation. In fact, we line up a panel of great speakers, all who are players in the market, and so that you just tell them, go and take part in this festival. Let us do the storytelling on your behalf. So step 1, this is free. Go and register right now. And step 2, hey, we have already announced that the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, that's none other than Robert Kiyosaki. He has been preaching about Bitcoin too. He's going to be one of the key speakers. They're going to address the concept. Why all of us have a rich dad and a poor dad. Whether it's your father-in-law or your maternal father, doesn't matter, all right? But the concept of rich and poor is that you must take on a leadership in a space where nobody else is taking a foothold into it yet. Don't be always a latecomer. Don't be always looking around everyone around you. Already got Bitcoin, then you step into the game. It's too late. And this is what Robert Kiyosaki is going to preach to us. But more importantly, we're going to hold your horses right here because we got really good speakers lined up. I think we're going to just gradually announce and kind of whip your appetite, all right? So as you come down here, all you need to do is come and register your interest, and this is the button that you need to click. And once you click on it, it'll take you to the registration page, and that's it, done. You are in it already, and you get ready to join us in this movement to witness November, December, the greatest move of Bitcoin.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Dr. Clemen has been a great supporter of this movement. Thank you so very much. And I invite every one of you to also join this movement. This is a very, very powerful movement to use an amazing tools to create wealth for ourselves and for the generation to come. So thank you very much for joining us. The link is below. So take action right now. And I want to wish you well, health, and happiness in your life till we meet again this coming Friday. So thank you so much. Thank you. Goodbye.